Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are new, hello. If you have been here before, hello. I'm so excited about today's video. Okay, I need to stop saying that. I'm excited about every video. Anyways, but I'm extra excited about this one because I have finally changed my foundation routine. You know, I'm not a big advocate for change. I like a schedule, I like a routine, and I for the longest have been using the Marc Jacobs foundation, and if you guys have watched me before, you know that. And I've noticed that, you know, it turns gray on me. I don't really like how it wears throughout the day, and I was like, I need something new. So I went on the hunt and I finally found a new holy grail of mine. I wore it out the store and I applied it one time while I was at home, and then this is the second time that I've tried it, and it is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. So yeah, that's what I'll be trying today. I also have been makeup shopping a lot lately, and a few products that I've been using today, that I will be using today, are new. So make sure you look out for those. Go try them yourself. The links, actually no, that's doing too much. All of the products that I'm using today will be in the description box. I don't really need to put the links because where to get them are pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, this is a first impression review, full coverage, new foundation routine video. I will not be able to put all that in the title, but that is what this is. So if you would like to watch that, please keep watching. So I'm actually going to be doing a talk through for once because I have so many new products that I got that I want to talk about. And I feel like if I do a voiceover, it'll kind of be hard. So I'm going to start by, actually I already moisturized my face. I use my Bobbi Brown Extra Repair Moisture Cream. You can get it at Nordstrom's or Macy's. And I'm going to be moisturizing my lips with this EOS lip balm thingy because you don't want to have crusty lips ever. I did my eyebrows and my eyeshadow off camera. But if you would like me to do a video on this look, you know, let me know. So the most important thing that I'm excited about right now are my Too Faced products. I got the Hangover RX primer, and I got the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. So I went to Ulta and I had them color match me, and it was literally like a match made in heaven because they had a Too Faced representative working at Ulta that day. So I was like, okay, it's obviously meant to be. And so what she did was she tried on each one of these, and I was like, okay, you know what, like it's just not the perfect match. And of course what they always do is they'll mix it when you're not looking and put it on and be like, oh my gosh, it looks so good. And like, you know me, like I'm smart, so I was like, okay, you mixed them, didn't you? She was trying to be slick. And anyway, so I ended up falling for it and I bought both of them. So I am mixing Chestnut and Mocha. Mocha I believe is lighter than Chestnut. But I pretty much just do a pump of each one, mix them on the back of my hand, and apply them to my face. So after I mix them on the back of my hand, I just take my finger and I apply it where I need to. I usually concentrate it on the outer parts of my face because I'm going to color correct under my eyes, and I'm going to put concealer under my eyes. And I don't want to put, if you put a lot of product under your eyes, you'll get a lot of creasing. But eventually I will blend it out to where a little bit's under there, but not really a lot. And actually I lied, I'm not going to color correct. I don't really feel like it. It's kind of unnecessary. I look ridiculous right now. Anyways, I'm taking my Morphe M439 and I'm just going to blend this, buff it out into my skin. I'm going to just use circular motions. So the story behind my foundation change, obviously if you guys watch my videos, you know that I'm like die-hard Marc Jacobs. And so after I've been wearing the foundation, I was noticing that like it was turning gray on me. And I was like, what the hell is going on? And then I watched a video, I believe it was Alyssa Ashley. Yeah, I think that's her name. She's a twin. But yeah, her twin does videos too. Yeah, anyway, so I was watching it and she was like doing a video on like do's and don'ts. And she was using the Marc Jacobs foundation and it turned gray on her too. And like I was Googling everything and like no one was giving me any answers. And yeah. And it was so weird because like it's not like it was too light. Like it wasn't too light at all. It just was turning gray. And I was like, okay, time to change. So yeah, that's why I upgraded to these babies. Okay, so after I've buffed it into my skin, I'm going to take a damp beauty blender. I wet it already, and I'm just going to press the foundation into my skin. This is just going to give an even finish and a flawless finish. This foundation, I have very dry skin. This foundation is amazing, but this is actually my first time applying it on camera. I've only worn it one time, well, twice. I wore it out of the store and then I put it on myself, but I really love it. And I have dry skin, and this is literally like golden. I didn't even put my primer on. Wait, yes I did. Okay, I put my primer on off camera when I did my other moisturizer, so I did put it on. I just didn't put it on camera. Okay, yeah. So that's all pressed into my skin. Like, seriously, look at this foundation. Like seriously. So what I like about it is that there's coconut water in the primer and there's coconut water in the foundation, so they go together perfectly. So now I'm going to take my NARS Radiant Concealer in Ginger, and I'm going to apply that in the places where I need highlighting. I feel like I already have a big forehead, so I usually don't highlight my forehead. I will take it and put it here. And it's weird, I only put my concealer here. I don't put it down the bridge of my nose. I usually just use a powder contour for my nose because I feel like this is kind of unnecessary to put it down the bridge of my nose. Actually, you might as well just do it. See if it makes my nose look a little bit more snatched. Okay, and because this one just sometimes isn't light enough for me, I go in with my NYX HD Concealer in beige, and I just apply a little bit on top because it's a little bit lighter. Okay. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take my finger, and because under your eyes are sensitive, I press it into my skin first. So before the product dries, and usually these products actually don't dry fast, but before it dries, I take it with my finger. And in order to get all up under the eye, it's a lot easier with your finger. And then I'll go in with a brush, and then I'll go in and press it into my skin with a beauty blender just like I did my foundation. Okay, so the brush I'm using is my Morphe E20. This is my absolute favorite way to apply concealer, for sure. And sometimes I feel like my concealer really does the job, which is why I don't color correct a lot. Like if I, have major bags, then I'll color correct, but I usually don't see the point. So I know this looks really light right now, but it's not, I promise. Because I'm going to blend it in. So this is where the beauty blender comes in handy. After I have the product where I want it, now I'm pressing it into my skin with the beauty blender. I know it looks light, but we will warm it up, I promise. So none of these products are new. The NYX one I've been using. NARS I've been using. Okay. So next, this is so crazy. I never realized that using a dark colored concealer to contour is like a thing. For some reason I thought you needed like the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, or you need a contour kit, which I have, but you don't. You just need a dark concealer, and this one is the same brand, same style that NYX HD one, it's just darker. This one is in espresso, and I love it. I've tried it one time, and I had to I've had them put it on in the store, and then I did it myself, and I was obsessed. Literally the way it blends, like, what am I doing? Okay. Like the way it blends is really everything. I love my cream contour kit, but my issue is that I always have to put maracuja oil in it because it's dry as hell. But this stuff, it's concealer, so it's blendable. It's made to be blendable. And I don't know why I never thought of this in the beginning. And I do not put the dark concealer on my nose, doing too much, doing the most. So I'm going to take my Real Technique sculpting brush and I'm going to blend this out. I'm taking this up into my hairline. And I'm being very neat with it right now, but then once I take my my blending brush from my face, then I will blend it out. Oh, snatched. We're gonna blend this all in the hairline. Like I've mentioned before, I have a big ass forehead, so whatever I can do to not have a big ass forehead, I'm gonna do. Just gonna blend. And I know it looks a hot mess right now, but I'm going to blend it, trust me. And see what I mean is like sometimes at first, like when I first applied some of this products, they looked light, but this step is gonna warm my face up. So this harsh line is going to be removed. Do not fear. No harsh lines are here. That didn't make any sense. I don't even know why I said that. So I apply it on my jawbones because that's how you look even more snatched. Okay, so you see how I have low-key harsh lines right now. To take that away, without taking, you know, the pigment away, I'm taking this NYX stippling brush. I got it for free at the NYX store, and I don't really know the name of it, but I love it. It blends out my contour so nicely. So that harsh line, gone. All we have is snatchness. Small forehead. I'm still not sure what I'm gonna call this video because it's like a foundation routine. It's like, you know, full coverage foundation routine. It's a review. It's a first impression. Like I can't put all of that into it, so I don't know what I'm gonna call this. All right, next. So we're gonna set my under eyes. So very important step. Take your damn beauty blender and make sure you have no creasing under here, because if you set your creases, you will have permanent creases. Duh. So I'm making sure that there are no creasing lines under here. And then I'm going to take the infamous Laura Mercier setting powder. This is not new. Obviously you guys have seen me use this. I'm going to dump some of the powder into the lid. And then I'm going to take my damn beauty blender, pack some on, and then we're going to put it under my eyes. Now, I do not bake. Why do I not bake? I do not bake because I have dry ass skin. Baking will show flakiness, and it's just unnecessary if you have dry skin. Baking is not for everybody. And I used to think it was. And then my makeup, I would be like, why do I have flakes under my eyes? Why does it look cakey and powdery? Because I have dry skin and it's not for me. So to dust off this, I'm going to take my Kat Von D contour brush and just brush it off. Okay. Now this leads me to my next step, which is my powder contour. Always set your liquid contour with the powder contour. Using my Holy Grail, the Shade Delight Kat Von D contour palette, and I'm going in with the second darkest shade. I feel like now this is repetitive because, so something I learned at NYX. Yeah, one day I spent like an hour in there, hence why I have like some new NYX products. Anywho, the lady taught me that if you dip your brush in the powder contour color and you just start here, you're gonna have a blotch of pigment here and it's gonna be so difficult to blend out. So what you do is you start here and you blend it this way, so it's an ombre effect. It goes from dark to light. You get me? Okay. So I'm gonna do my temples and work that forehead. Just snatch it. So to snatch this nose, like I mentioned earlier, I don't use a dark concealer or liquid to contour my nose. I think that's too harsh. So I'm going to take this e.l.f. brush. I don't know the name of it. I think it was like $1 or $2. And I use that same second to darkest color. And I just tap, squeeze the end of my brush, and I start in the middle, and I work my way up to my eyeshadow, or to the top of my brow. And then I bring it down. Now I love this contour palette because the shades are they're cool. They're not warm tones, so you don't look orange. They don't have like a red undertone. They're like an actual shadow, and that's like how your contour is supposed to be. It's supposed to be like, you know, the color of a shadow. So that's why I love this palette. I have the powder contour kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but it's a little bit too warm. The colors are more of like bronzers, not like contour colors, but I use it sometimes. Okay, now the bridge of my nose, I'm going to take this banana shade and just lightly take that pigment down the middle of my nose. So it's a subtle highlight. Okay, next, we're going to go into bronzer. I got this NYX matte bronzer and I actually love it. And I also just got the Morphe G0 brush, this big, beautiful, fluffy brush. So this is actually the dupe for the Marc Jacobs bronzing brush, which I wanted, but it's $80 and that's out. That's not happening. I'm not spending $80 on a brush. So I had to get this one. And it's only 20 bucks. So 20 versus 80, yes. So this bronzer, once again, we're gonna snatch the forehead. We're gonna go over the top, sweep. Sweep the cheeks, sweep the cheeks. Now this is just bringing warmth back into the face. You know, the highlight under here, the setting powder, it's a lot going on, a lot of highlighting, and we need to chill it out, cool it down. So that's why I like bronzer. And I love this bronzer. It's subtle, it's perfect for my skin tone. I am not a blush person. I don't like blush. I don't buy blush. I hope I'm in focus. It's pointless. It's like, why would somebody spend $30 on like a little pigment of like pink? You can just dip it in an eyeshadow. Like, I don't see the point. So I will never in my life spend more than $3 on a blush. However, this Bobbi Brown bronzer is actually my favorite blush. I'm not a big fan of like the rosy cheekness. I'm just not a fan. But I've been using this as a blush for years, and it is in dark 3, so it's a bronzer, but I use it as a blush. And I'm using my new Morphe E34 brush. This is a blush brush. So I tap in here, and I tap on the cheeks, and then swipe it around. So tap and move. Tap and move. And we're gonna blend this all together. Okay. Now, highlight. Okay, so my holy grail of highlighters is, wow, I still have foundation on the back of my hand, and if I touch something, it's going to ruin it. Alright, so I use this e.l.f. small tapered brush. It is the only highlighter brush I use. I have a fan brush, but nothing packs my highlight and, you know, blends it in like this brush. So this is my fave. This was, once again, $2 to $3. This is the Becca OPAL highlighter. This is literally my baby. So we're going to take it on the brush. I packed it on, and I'm going to pat at first, and then I'm going to blend. So just like your eyeshadow, just like anything else you put on your face, blend your highlight into your skin. A lot of people I see, they just put highlighter on their face and they just, you know, make a streak. And I'm like, that's okay, but, you know, blend it into your face. Make it look natural. Kind of natural. Natural. No, I'm just kidding. Got me over here with a cake face talking about natural. But anywho. Yeah. Okay. So I bring it up a little high, as you can see me doing, into my temples. I'm going to bring it down the bridge of my nose. the tip of my nose, and my cupid's bow. Inner corner. Okay, so I'm gonna go smoke out this eyeshadow, put a lip color on, and I will be right back. So this is the final look. All I did was smoke out my eyeshadow, and for my lip color, I lined my lips with True Brown K's lip pencil by Kylie Cosmetics, and I filled it in with Exposed, also by Kylie Cosmetics, the actual liquid lipstick, and then like I mixed them together to make like this ombre lip, and that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye guys.